Yeah, I know we've got a lot of things going on. We've got more things going on tomorrow. There's going to be a concert at the Majestic that we're sponsoring, and there's also going to be art in the streets on 2nd Street. So there will be 30 vendors of artists on 2nd Street, and then a concert inside the Majestic. So we're keeping it real, moving things along, and we've got a lot of construction going outside. That's all paid for by grants and donations. That's close to a $300,000 project that we've raised entirely locally and through grants. And when we get that all done on the outside, the building will be preserved for at least another 100 years. So we're very happy with all that project going on. Angela Young has spearheaded our Juneteenth month for the last 4 years. This is her 4th year. And I'd like to invite her to introduce our artist.
All right.
Thanks, Angela.
All right, thank you. I want to thank everyone, first of all, for coming out, because without you being here, the Pump House would not be in existence. And if I could have all of my artists who are exhibiting this month, if you would step to the left, to the right, to the east, to the west, whichever direction you want to take. Get together, that's all I need. Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about this journey. Basically, as some of you may or may not know if you've been in Chillicothe, we have had different types of art. We've gone from having a one-day event to a whole month event where we're doing things on every Saturday. And then one year we decided to do all gospel. The next year I decided to do something else. Thank goodness I'm not changing husbands like I changed the Juneteenth. Well, that's a good thing for you, dear. Well, I went, and I'm going to talk about this. I had a vision in my mind. I wanted to do something altogether different. We went to National Harbor, Maryland on my birthday, September 5th. Please write that date down. And when we went by a particular store, I was looking at the t-shirts because my son's girlfriend was wanting to purchase t-shirts. She likes to purchase t-shirts when we're on vacation. And I wasn't looking at the t-shirts. I was looking at the art inside and what was in there. And I'm like, whoa, this looks different. This could be my show. So I went in, I met Carlos, I was talking to him. He basically said, some of the art in there was not yours. But I'm like, do you have any? He said yes. He showed me his book that he has written, which is over there, What If? We got to looking around at some of his art that he had in there. And he showed me a picture that represented, which is basically behind Christina, that has a picture of Black Jesus. Well, I'm sorry, we grew up with a picture of Black Jesus. I didn't see anything different in that picture. So my son's girlfriend had to point out to me and say, well, that's Black Jesus. I'm like, okay, I grew up with Black Jesus, so I didn't see anything different. But then talking to Carlos, he explained himself and what everything was going on, and the what if went, aha, I see what you're saying. So I said to Carlos, I said, would you be interested in coming to Chillicothe, Ohio to exhibit? He wanted to know where it was at. And I told him it was south of Columbus, Ohio. And he said, well, yes, I have a brother who lives in Columbus. Thank you, brother, for living in Columbus. There's the brother. All right. So we got him down here for that. And I basically said, Carlos Walker and other artists for Juneteenth. I wanted something young, I wanted something fresh. And when I say young, that's my last name, doesn't mean I'm young, but I want something different. And that's what we got. We've got an exhibit both upstairs and downstairs that I think is very energetic, is giving out messages, signals to everyone. And I want to introduce the artist. You all know Carlos Walker. Who are here in Chillicothe who made this also happen. This young lady, I remember her when she was doing the Best of Ross County, Kristen Jones. Am I saying your first name right? Christian Jones. She was in the Best of Ross County, and I singled her out way back when. And I not only bought one of her pieces of art, I bought two, because now when she becomes famous, then I will have those. So, and I still have those in one of my rooms at home, and I said she had the potential. And today she met Carlos and they've had some talking and hopefully he's energized you even more. She's also a nail technician. If anybody needs their nails done, get them a card. So this is what I want to see with Juneteenth. I'm nothing against us people who are 40 and above, but I want to see our young people doing art. And that's not happening. Unfortunately, I had a second part of this, which was the Best of Ross County for our young people, grades 6 through 12. We had only one person this year to do art. So I had to cancel that event, but that's okay, we'll still move on. So it's people like Kristen, who, again, I'm old, say that it's going to help us keep the art alive in Chillicothe, in the pump houses, and also in the state of Ohio. All right, Kristen, I pumped you up. Go out there, girl, and get more art. In several of our Juneteenth and also as exhibited here on her own. Damien likes to take everything in your garbage and make it beautiful again. So she has one piece upstairs and I want to make sure that everyone gets up there and try to figure out all the different pieces. And I love your artwork. Your artwork is fresh and wonderful. And it's something that you're teaching, hopefully, our younger people to look at and to develop their talents by using repurpose. Okay? All right. I got a lot of clothes if you need those. Okay. Then we have, not last but least, my favorite. We have Bev Riley. She's also with Chillicothe Art League. And by the way, all of the ladies who helped hang all of this art, raise your left right hand. Unfortunately, I was not able to come down there and help them supervise them hanging the art. I had something happen that day. But, you know, I can tell by the pictures you guys had a lot of fun hanging the art. I mean, Carlos, I seen him up there, and he's probably measuring with his fingers or something. But it turned out all well. Upstairs, I went up there and got off the stairway. And if you haven't been upstairs yet, take that aha moment, because when you step off that stairs, you look at the light of all the pictures up there, you can only go, wow. Yeah. All right. This young lady's art is wonderful. Damien's art in there is wonderful. Bev's art is wonderful. And the young man, I don't know if he's here, his art is, they're all speaking to us upstairs. And that's what I like, the young, the fresh, the beautiful talent. Okay, is your uncle making you become an artist too? Okay, work on it. But you know, art is everything, and we've had quilts in the past and so forth, but I'm just so proud of this show, and I want to thank all of you for being here. Thank you. And, all right. With that, John mentioned a couple of things that are happening this week, and I want to let you know that we have wonderful donors to support us this year. We have the Ohio Arts Council. We have American Legion Post 62. We have Ross Chillicothe Visitors Bureau, Convention Bureau. I always get that mixed up. I'm left-handed, everything goes backwards. And then we have, I think that's basically, we had Floor BWXT for our youth art, but we're going to try to repurpose that into another program. Everyone who has any children, everyone who has nieces, nephews, and friends, please encourage your young people to do art. It is a very important, it's like all of these other talents we have. It's never going to lose them if they don't help us out. Okay? I'm going to let these guys say something if you like. It's up to you. I'm through.
All I want to say is remember in August, David and Pepper were here in the mezzanine gallery, so be sure to come back and see that.
Okay.
I just want to say, I always love coming down here for Juneteenth because it brings out a lot of different styles and voices in art, and I really appreciate being part of it.
Glad you're here. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for coming out. Like she said, like this is always a great time to come down to the Pump House and just see everything and be able to meet different artists. It's really wonderful. So it's a great opportunity.
I'm glad to have you. All right. And the oldest one in the crowd, go ahead, Carl.
Angela, how old are you?
Well, it doesn't matter. Carlos is the oldest one in the crowd. Okay.
So there's a few things I want to say. One, I am going to tell y'all a little bit about myself, but I want to thank y'all for being a part of it.
Yes.
It's important to have artists, other artists, be a part of the journey. I want to thank the people who helped put it together, but most of all, other than God himself, I do want to thank Miss Angie, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. So, I did 13 years in prison. Came home 6 years ago. While I was there, I dreamed of having an art show. Most of y'all don't know what that looks like, but imagine being in a little 6x8, 6x9 sale and being able to go and have art shows at the art gallery that they had there. And while there, I imagined what it would be like to have a solo show. I'm actually living a dream. Originally, I wasn't supposed to come home until 2026. That actually changed in 2012 to me being home, coming home in 2023. God brought me home in 2019. My journey of being an artist didn't start then. It started sitting in prison while creating this home exhibit. But for anybody who believes one in God or believe in your dream, amen, you have to know that there's a verse that says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You can do whatever you want to. I don't care if you're 20 and 21, if you're 43, or if you're 66. There's nothing that you can do starting today. But you have to take and believe. There's a verse in the Bible that says, God gives everybody a measure of faith. Have faith in what he's giving you. Of his art, of his singing, of his dancing, I don't care what it is, of his speaking, doing sign language. Use it. Because if you don't, as Ms. Young just said, you're losing. Yes. You're given these arts for a reason, to inspire the world, and everybody in here has something or a world that they can inspire. Do that. Me, I'm just gifted with this. And being able to write a book. Didn't know I could write it until sitting in prison and 2 correctional officers told me I should write a book to my art. Now, guess what? My artwork has now been at the World Trade Center 3 years in a row. I've exhibited in DC twice, Baltimore twice, Florida, Georgia, Philly twice, Ohio now. I've sold over 12,000 copies of that one book and over 11,700 hand-to-hand and signed every one of them. That was God. Y'all can do greater. Use your gift and inspire the world.
Amen.
Amen.
And if you do want a book today while Carlos is here, because I it was going to take me another 6 years to get back, but please get with him, get you a book. They're $25 a piece. He will sign a personal note in there. And if you tell him today's your birthday, maybe he'll throw in a birthday message. Again, thank you all for coming. Artists, we love you. I love you. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank all of you for being here, family for being here supporting. And the other lady from Virginia back there, we thank you for coming. Enjoy. Take pictures and whatever else you would like to do.